Greetings, I'm Nice. Go, my friend.
Aha! And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
That's so cool.
It's the Velvet Box.
All right, I want to go get the sparkle. Oh, there's another sparkle. Shit! There's multiple sparkles.
You're gonna have to pick one, my friend.
I'm gonna pick a sparkle.
You'll pick a sparkle. You gotta get
all the sparkles. Is this sparkle actually? Oh,
yes.
It is available.
Oh, and dog.
Not. And dog. Honestly, like, okay, so
it's a materia just sitting there.
There's a couple of options going like, all right. So what we have here is these guys are trying to quite literally stop. You know, basically the quite for them at least the terrorists that came in destroyed property.
And who killed people
and killed also the power to the buildings and all the residences.
Oh, do they know that's you?
Like I said, it's possible that they saw them on the
like cameras in the building. Yeah,
I'm like, that's the thing that makes me laugh. Being like, why wouldn't you guys consider that would be a possibility? Or
maybe
they did.
Cameras in the reactor.
We're not talking about that because
they just went, it's fine.
I really can't get between the car.
You're not small enough with that sword,
I am really not
dude.
small enough.
You just got to be smaller. Take your sword off. Shimmy sideways.
Give me some glitter.
This idea that
give Daddy some glimmer.
Oh God! This idea that there's just materia sitting around in the city. After Jesse, established this is a valuable thing. Let me give this to you as a gift,
right?
Kind of thing, and it's just sitting around. Does like no one else care about materia unless they're essentially an illicit, force?
I mean, I always wondered about materia, like just for my own headcanons and how it was like working out for me.
Orb of deadly dodge. Anyway.
Oh, well, that sounds like it should be a yellow materia, not a purple materia. Because
like
I think the ability materia were that color. God, I cannot. But I was just like, I always wondered basically if it was kind of one of those things that you needed special, like, I can't get up. Some enemies will pin you. Cool, I can't get up.
You're gonna be pinned while he bonks his nose into your chin.
Oh, I'm so delighted.
Bonk. It's fine. Anyway, story narrative-wise, I have always had a challenge with, here are these things that you find everywhere and going, okay, why don't other people interact with them? Like, I've always wanted a video game, and there probably are them out there, but I don't know what they are, where all the random items were either one, things that were like available to the public, or two, they were genuinely hidden, so no one knew they were there but you. And part of me goes, if you want to make that work here, you just destroyed the newspaper boxes,
I am
my
so
friend.
sad.
Like, now you're gonna be me when I'm Amaterasu, just slicing everything.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
I say, but there's this experience of going, you have materia built into the mortar of some buildings, when they blew up, it just blasted out onto the ground, kind of thing. Do you have anything like either hidden in the structure or functioning in the structure?
All right, so I meant to actually mention really quickly, and I keep forgetting because again we've played this so many times. My brain keeps going, "What references did we make?" But there's a thing of obviously Loveless on the Edge, and me forgetting that it was actually in the original game. So I apologize. It was definitely there. I couldn't remember because I was just so angry at the goddamn thing because Genesis turned Loveless in Crisis Core into this thing that I hated. So it was an experience that I really just wanted to not hear about, and associated so strong with that game that I forgot that it was in the first game. So I apologize. Yeah, I saw the fountain. I was just like, I wanted to make sure I covered everything.
My friend wants to get all the boxes. They really do.
True.
It's very tight. Do you want
to button real quick?
Hold on. You lost your map, didn't you?
I did lose my map.
Also, I love how they're just chilling over there, like they're on patrol there, rather than like they're actually actively hunting for someone.
Right, that seems really strange, actually. Like, what are you waiting for? Oh, God.
Who
destroyed the fountain?
Yeah.
You putz! Why would you do that?
Right? I want to know how the fountain got destroyed. Every time I've seen it, I've not been able to figure out how the fountain got destroyed.
I think there's a Grenadier over there.
Maybe? Because I would like to know.
Grenadier? Is that what they're called?
A Grenadier?
Grenadier? Yeah, there we go. I'm like, I know what I'm talking about.
So is that what... Oh, did they blow up the fountain trying to shoot at you? Okay, that could make sense.
But I'm like, why would you do that? That seems like you would cause so much freaking property damage. Like,
that is an expensive fountain. Maybe at this point they're like, it's more important to save lives than to worry about it.
Right, especially considering that there's this, basically for them, more or less this psycho kind of running around and just murdering
everybody. I say also like, there's this
what
experience
are we
going,
for?
There's a helicopter. It's trying to show you the copter.
Oh.
Yeah, see,
well,
there it is.
Your angles are terrible.
Your angles are terrible.
Yeah.
Guys. It's those guys. Booty! Bye. It was the flying booty move. It was fine. I say, those guys, every time I'm like, you look so freaking specialized to something. But
they don't look like they're supposed to be specialized fighter. They look like, I keep saying every time, they look like diggers. They look like some weird...
See, to me, they look like assembly type of things.
They look like
Like they look like they should be on an assembly line kind of thing in manufacturing, building something.
There's that, and there's also the fact that my brain keeps going Pokemon.
Oh god,
you know, because they have the weird, like all these extraneous, bizarre details to make them very obvious, kind of thing.
So my friends did Pokemon way more than I.
It's
so
true.
I have heard many a Pokemon reference now, and I'm more familiar now than I was before. But damn, I'm just having this experience of going, everything could be a Pokemon, and the more Pokemon they make, everything could be a Pokemon.
It's true.
Alright, are you still in combat?
Yeah, still in combat.
There's somebody somewhere. Oh, there they are. I am going to say again, though, that I don't, or I say again, every time we've gone through this, I've kind of been like, why is Cloud killing these people? In the sense of like killing the people inside the, reactor or, inside the power plants, I can see that. He needed them to not raise an alarm and, to not kill the team he was working with. That's what he was hired for.
Right.
But he hasn't been hired to kill these people. He's literally not running away and fighting instead. Now, it is shoving us into combat, but that makes the story narrative that he is choosing to fight rather than run away.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, actually, where you're just kind of like, Cloud, what are you doing?
Dude, your flower should be murdered, my friend. It should be dead. Like, I love the sword shield. That was so good. It just... Don't go down there. You cannot
it won't let
fight
me
them.
go back down there.
No,
That's
you don't get to fight them.
That's so silly.
So he can't murder them, but he has to murder most of them.
Oh, well, I'm glad for that distinction. That makes this so much better.
I guess if you went back for it instead of walked into it, that'd be more like planned, like first-degree murder, as opposed to, like, I could argue self-defense.
I mean, what makes you think that he doesn't plan these things? Cloud is that doofusy enough sometimes where I'm just like, dude.
Every time he leans over and does that chest, I'm like, you're gonna split someone in half behind you. You're just gonna like.
My friend has been dying in every scene, going like, they're all gonna die. They walked right behind him and they're gonna die.
And they walked behind him and he's leaned forward and it's just cut right through their thigh and it's just gone right from their navel to their, sternum. Like you just have a sword in the middle of your gut. It's fine.
Right. Ooh, I now have a thing. All right, so HP up, deadly dodge, potency, and effect.
They're really pretty.
They are very pretty.
Very pretty planetoidy materia.
Let's see. So I should probably pick one of these. This one.
All right, we'll hurry this up a bit.
Let's do this. All right, here we go. I just am like, because I don't know. They've all got special features. Do you remember in the original game where it was like depending on which one you were using?
Mm-hmm. Go friend, go.
What is it?
Do you remember where you're going?
It's down. It's down.
I think it's down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I got my friend's lost. It's okay.
It's okay. This happens a lot.
Yes, they all do a special thing as well.
They all have an extra thing. So that's why it's like trying to figure out which ones to pick.
What's the best option?
What are the best?
Option, my option.
What's
the best option?
I like that he raises his hand to the fire.
Yes.
Like, that is actually a really good, point of character of, fire is bright.
And hot.
And very hot.
Protect my senses. That's kind of cool. That is actually very thoughtful. Oh no, it's a Chocobo poster.
I wondered actually if there's a thing where you're like, do they actually eat chocobos in this world? Just out of curiosity.
Like we eat ostrich and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they could. We both ride and eat ostrich and use them for their feathers.
It's true.
They might not be a super common meat crop. Nonetheless, they are.
They are a thing where people are like, no, you don't eat your animals, and I'm like, I understand people don't like the idea of eating bunnies or eating dogs or eating
pets.
I am not saying that that's the thing to do, but it's also like that is a position of privilege, actually, to not have to consider, not having to eat, animals like that. Like, genuinely, that is a point of privilege.
I have plenty of food, so I don't even have to think about this.
Because years ago they didn't have that, and so that's also a thing where people go, well, if you have an animal, that is also a sign, as a pet. Actually, that is a sign that you have money. Where we've moved on from going, well, people. So there was a train of thought that if you are a certain, basically physical size.
I think it's the other way.
Is it behind?
I think it's behind you.
No, that was the way I came from.
Oh, so you're right. I was wrong.
I'm like,
my bad.
Now my friend is direct.
I got lost. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just trying to remember exactly where I'm going because there's a lot. Oh,
right.
This one that drives my friend crazy because I always pick weird sides.
Yes. It's okay.
But yeah, so years ago, though, there really was more of this thing, at least as far as I understand, particularly in, European classes and whatever else it was, depending also on what was going on, but there was this idea that if you are a certain, basically, physical size, so if you look like what we would consider to be, chubby or fat, which was ridiculous because most of them were starving all the time.
It was a sign of wealth.
There was a sign of wealth.
But having pets was a sign of wealth as well.
Uh-huh.
If you had an animal that didn't do a job, it was just a pet. It was a luxury all the way, and you were showing it off because you were wealthy. Yeah, you can't have that. You're in combat. Oh, it's the shield boys.
I forgot
with the pokers. Right?
These cattle prods. Like, I have to admit, I am impressed that they're like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I'm like, God, cattle prods hurt so bad.
That was like in your thigh and then in your gut. Like, damn, dude.
Like, we should just be dead.
Also, I'm still going Cloud Sword's a bludgeoning weapon.
I mean,
there is not
he is the predecessor to Sora, so he would know what's up.
Right? Like, it just hits people hard enough.
Blunt weapons.
So we just rewatched, actually, Despicable Me, and it occurred to us, just having watched it again years after first seeing it, going, there's so many cartoon physics in there of people like sort of exploding, getting blown up or getting shot or splat against things or electrocuted or things like that.
Consistent, which is
it is like
good.
It works on everybody. It is not just the minions. It is also Gru. It is also Vector. It is also even to a lesser extent, the kids as well. Like it's everybody.
Oh God, which also though makes it infinitely to me. So one of the biggest problems I have in regards to like kids media, where they'll be like, oh well, it's a kid show, this thing. I'm like, but they just deliberately slowed down compared to all the other times they did before to show off this damage, while everything else was easily shrugged off,
or didn't take any damage,
or didn't do anything to them. Like it dirtied them up, and you're like, you are kidding.
Anyway,
this is the one thing that breaks
right?
it.
And it occurred to us that in Despicable Me, it was incredibly consistent. Nobody ever got seriously hurt by anything, even an explosion of missiles right on top of their head. And while that might be a cartoon convention, to keep it all the way through is good world building.
It's excellent.
And so I was just going to argue, or posit, if you will, that the world building in here is that nothing actually damages you. That what if it isn't just a video game convention to avoid gore and higher ratings?
Right.
It's literally just that all people take a universal form of damage no matter what you do to them.
Right.
There's never actually cuts or bruises or scrapes or anything like that. What it is you just get essentially, your health bar drops, whether someone's slicing at you or shooting you or blowing you up. That dog just floating quietly into the air. And that's just how their world works. So it doesn't really matter what weapon you use as far as the kind of damage you're going to cause, it's just going to hurt them until they die.
Right. And I hurt them until they die from it.
Or until they heal from it, same kind of thing. And it doesn't matter if someone slices me. Like I used to be angry in D&D in some of the campaigns that you can't do like a headshot, or that you couldn't just do like assassination.
Like you could in like Fallout, for example. Like it was like you could literally just pick a shot and
it would kill them, or it would do so much damage that they couldn't, function, kind of thing. Because that really should happen. Zoosh! Bonk! I love how the Jeep almost tips over. They're just like,
end of the line, bonk.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Your flower should still be wrecked.
Yeah, kind of.
That was itself powering itself up so that it wouldn't get wrecked back when it was glitching out.
Yeah, probably. It was like, I'm prepared. I know exactly what
I'm still like, you still are all the time going, I'll just be here and kill these guys.
Yeah, I'm like, why won't you?
This is your most reasonable battle because they actually blockaded you in. But in the rest of them, I'm like, I don't know why you're killing these people rather than just leaving. Because we're clearly supposed to be going somewhere.
Right?
And what was our plan to get out of the city anyways? Were we going to
I'm like, what? I mean, they mentioned something about like meeting up at the
station
car?
or whatever,
yeah.
freight car.
But I'm like, where's that? Like, is this... Oh no, what did I do to my phone?
Okay. Ah! We have lost our Wi-Fi. Hold on. We have the worst internet in the world. We will get this to be fine.
Hang on. Oh my God.
You can just skip through any of this. It's fine.
Hang on. All right. Well, let's go ahead then. We finish this, so I could be able to finish this in 15 minutes. We'll see.
We still have 4 minutes left for this. So
all right.
we're fine.
Well, I don't know what's going on, but we'll
trouble solved. We think. Anyway, so we are gonna fight this thing. But if you don't know and you haven't been following our channel, we have really bad internet where we live.
Oh my God.
Yes. We are living the essentially frugal life here.
It's true.
And so it is actually a labor of love for us to do this channel at all because it is so much work. You've been staggered, my bro. You are hurty.
Oh boy.
Okay, my friend. Oh, you did manage to hit yourself. Yay!
Yeah, I was like, this was the thing I turned. I was like, oh God.
If I stay in the stagger, you just shoved him up against the door.
Can you let me out of here? Oh my God, I'm stuck in the corner. Get off of me.
They're like, no, we figured it out. He said it was bad. Don't let them surround me. But they figured out how to surround you.
Suddenly they've got more intelligence.
I love how you run up behind them when they have the shield and you smack them, and it really is like spanking them. They just kind of jump like their booty's been smacked.
Right.
I'm like, it is totally there. That shield is not helping you. Okay, so I've said this every time, but it felt clever to me, so I'm going to do it again. that person being the huntsman, I'm totally like, I'm feeling a Snow White retelling vibe here.
It needs to happen.
You could totally be like, that is the queen's huntsman, and then your city is the city, going, all right, so where is the story of Snow White happening in Final Fantasy VII? I need to know.
Right? Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Somewhere.
Okay.
You actually have a woman in a leadership position, and she's jealous of her adopted, her adopted daughter.
Got it.
Got him.
Got him!
He is dramatic and sad.
Oh no!
Move in!
Don't let him escape!
Defeated.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, they know
Sector
something is
Unit
going
2. Target is surrounded.
Wait, I know that.
Do you have it?
Cloud
Do you have a
freaking
nose
again.
ring?
I don't. I didn't see
Was
one.
that just like super shiny nose?
I
But it
don't
looks like a
know.
nose ring.
It could be.
It
You
could
think
be.
that'd be against the? Oh, here comes
I
the
that would be
train.
her. So one of the things that like some people are like, oh no, it's not just about like it is in some ways about them going what professional looks like in regards
Right.
to people going like you're not supposed to wear these things or look this certain way, blah blah whatever. It really is a level of classism. I'm not even going to argue against that. What I'm also arguing with is in many cases it's also about safety. It really is
Like
also
not
going,
having
like,
jewelry decoration on while you're working is about safety.
yes, like there have been some terrible stories, for example, about people just wearing say,
saw
like
him in
their
action.
social wedding rings and having their
And that
their
you
flesh ripped
cannot,
off.
cannot
Yeah.
do that in
And it sucks.
manufacturing. It's bad news.
Oh, he's
You
a
think
keeper.
he's a keeper? He's literally said he's not willing to be kept. You guys are all on about this.
I
thing.
love
You
these
will
guys.
not put it down. All right, go.
Go.
Aye. Also, was there a designated specific freight car? Or did he like listen on every freight car until he heard them all?
I don't understand how this works.
That's okay.
At all.
How did I know which car to
How
go
do we
to?
know which car? Like
and
this,
which train and
This is so mind-boggling to me. Of like, Cloud is apparently the most intelligent, most odd.
you call
like,
all that murder giving the public
Them.
security the runaround?
Yeah.
That's what that was? Did she just totally like look at his
Eyeball that flower?
eyeball that flower hard?
Right, what were you fighting?
What were you doing? Fighting.
Fighting.
I got a question for you all. What's that?
I
What's
expect.
a wizard? Oh.
I don't. What?
By an invisible enemy? You mean my thoughts? A mental prison? Wait.
In my mind?
Wearing
A
robes.
thought?
If it was invisible, how'd you know it was wearing robes?
Right.
After she grabbed me.
She.
After she grabbed me.
Oh. After
She just
who's she?
grabbed you?
I'm also like, why would you not go? She? Who the heck?
Panic-induced hallucination.
Never mind.
I believe in the magic mysticism of the world, but not of,
Invisible
ghosts.
enemies. I'm also like, you guys do have monsters. In
So
this
were
world.
they really
Why
just-
wouldn't you believe in that crap?
Also, were they literally just waiting in this specific car for him?
And
now they're going up for the train?
I think so. I
Holy
don't even
crap.
know.
All right, well, let's do it.
Well, hang on. Are you gonna just keep please stop.
Oh,
In
God.
front of the train and hold there.
And you can't do
Please
it.
tell me that's the end. Okay. All right, because we're down to the wire. Yes.
We're good. Let's do it.
We're
Okay,
good.
we're gonna
All
wrap
right.
it up here.
Thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. We appreciate you spending time with us. If you like
It's
what we do,
nice.
please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and share our videos with someone that you might find that will enjoy this sort of
Right.
thing. Like,
If you think that someone would love this series that doesn't know it exists or one of our other series, please send them on over that direction because it is hard enough to get noticed.
Yes, it is, absolutely. But we also appreciate the crowd that we have here. Like,
Yes.
please do not get us wrong. This has been super fun. We love talking to our people that we talk to. And it's kind of neat. We like having the discussion. We like basically learning more about the world and what's going on. And yeah. If you want to support us then know more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. And other than that, though, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was
It was great playing with you. Bye!